Do you know what I mean? They're like trying to give her like Nicole, what's she like? Do you know what I mean? Like that. Like, Nicole, isn't she sweet? Isn't she cute?
I think everyone knows she's not, don't
Like,
they?
everyone does, but I feel like the producers are trying to cover for her.
But it's not working.
So then Enzo went up to Cody and was explaining about the two separate
Christmas and the Wise
Guys things. He said, do you know what Enzo said? Come on, you've got to do your Enzo voice.
I don't know. What did he say? No. He's American. Bada bing, bada boom. I don't know. What did he say? Christmas and a wise man? Sounds like Josie and the Pussycats to me.
You sound like Kevin Schluter.
Yeah, I do. A little guy with the glasses.
He said, don't say wise guys in front of Christmas.
Don't say the wise guys in front of Christmas. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Why? Because she's in one.
She's in one.
Oh, she basically revealed it to Cody,
yeah,
right?
Someone else is in the other one. I think naming that Two Alliances the same name is just asking for trouble, to be honest. And then Enzo wants Cody to know that Memphis and Christmas are full of doo-doo.
Enzo wants
Cody to know that Memphis and Christmas are full of doo-doo because they are in the other wise guys.
Enzo now trying to like bring Cody along into a closer alliance with himself.
Enzo was kind of like talking this week like, oh, it's time to like make some moves, blow up the alliance, blah blah blah. I don't think that's good for Enzo's game. I think he should just sit back and shut his mouth.
He said in the diary room, Memphis and Christmas are a bunch of bullshitters. Stop going after the Kevins and David. Let's make some moves, yo.
There you go.
He's right. Stop going after the Kevins and Davids.
I know, he's right about that, but should he be like...
The Kevins and Davids, of which there are just two.
Yeah.
Like there's more people to choose from.
I know, that's when they call them the Kevins and Davids, kind of like part of that dehumanising thing, don't you think?
Kind of.
It is.
But I feel like if you went the Kevins and the Davids and Nicole A was still there, like you'd know it was her as well. Do you not think? It's the people that are outside of the alliance.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not saying it's racist. I'm just saying it's a bit dehumanising. Although it's also racist. So,
well, apparently Kevin doesn't really get seen that way.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting.
Which I'm kind of looking forward to talking about.
That's an interesting conversation. So then Cody in the diary room said he's the least connected to Christmas. Cody said he wants Kevin to go, or he wants to backdoor Christmas. And Nicole said...
Oh, you're doing Danny's dirty work.
Yeah, you're doing Danny's dirty work. And I put, she's not wrong. Cody told Nicole about the wise guys. Nicole said she wanted to come clean today about her vote, and it's Danny's fault that she didn't. Blame game. Nicole said, I took the fall over and over again. Cody seems quite determined to get rid of Christmas, which surprised me. I thought he was quite friendly with Christmas. But I remember Cody wanting Christmas out sort of week 1 or 2, saying she was unpredictable and a bit volatile.
I feel like I've seen Christmas be close with Tyler
and Enzo.
And Memphis, no?
Yeah. I don't know about Memphis.
I don't remember Enzo.
Yeah, I've seen her talking to Memphis. But yeah, Cody obviously not.
Nicole said about Danny, she's going to get me before I get her. So she basically thinks if Christmas goes, Danny is going to come after Nicole next, which I think would be a bit strange on Danny's part.
So much for the all girls alliance.
Yeah, and well, that conversation comes up later on as well. So I don't think Nicole's exactly right, do you? I think she's paranoid.
But I think they do want to kind of get each other. But I think they're both not seeing the bigger picture, which is the boys are going to pick them off before they ever have the chance to go after each other.
Good point, yeah.
Stupid.
Nicole was acting a victim to Danny because she wanted to tell Devon about, okay, yeah, you just said that.
Yeah.
Nicole said, I just wanted to check you were doing... No, just because I've got more notes than you had actually before.
Oh, and you've got spaces in between them. Very posh.
Do you not put spaces in your notes?
No, mine. It's just like a
big... I can't read them properly unless I do spaces. And also they're like different scenes. Nicole said, I just wanted to check you were doing it for you. Oh, what's that? About voting at Christmas?
Yeah.
Just get ready for everything to blow up, she said.
Just get ready to rumble.
Kevin said, I need to go out and talk to Cody. I need to go and talk to Cody, which is really annoying because I can't stand him. And I was like, that's good to hear someone admit they can't stand someone.
Yeah, I put finally Kevin is relatable. Kevin said, I want to talk to Cody as much as I want to stab myself in the eyeballs. And then Kevin came up to the HX
He basically went, what should I do to not get nominated?
Yeah,
like, please don't do it to me again.
He's like all this sort of motivational talks you hear and everything, like, don't go into the conversation like this, like, go into the conversation like this. Never introduce a subject like it's you've got cancer. It's got to be like, well, this is this and this is that. He comes up like, well,
in his defence, when he said, what have I got to do? He kind of did have a smile on his face, and he was trying to make a joke out of it, but very quickly spiralled into something completely different, didn't it?
It did. Kevin said, there are bigger threats. I have the ability to feel some kind of way. When I get to jury, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, he's threatening
Kevin
Cody.
said that.
He's threatening Cody.
Well, really, his only power here is to threaten to withhold his jury vote against anyone who votes him out. So he kind of like played it, but Cody blew up, didn't he?
Cody was not happy, was he?
What did he say? That's all he's got heated. That's all I've got.
Cody said, "When did the conversation go in this direction?" And Kevin said, "Poor you being HOH and having to nominate people."
Oh, that's when he got pissed off, wasn't it?
And then Kevin went, "The world doesn't revolve around you," to Cody. And Cody went, "Yeah, I'm aware of that."
That's why he got annoyed, because he does think the world revolves around him.
And I've put great campaigning here, Kevin.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a chat with the HOH go any worse than that. Have you?
Kevin went up there as not the target and then left as the target. It's like, oh. I hope it made you feel better, Kevin, but it wasn't a very good game. And then Cody said in the DR, I think, "I don't know what he's doing in this game. I don't know why he's still here, and he's my target now." And then Kevin said to Cody, "Maybe I'm crazy or you're crazy. Thanks for connecting." He said that very sarcastically as he left the room. So there was 2 black people on the block. Pretends to be shocked, I've written. Christmas seems to be the target, but then Kevin made himself the target. Kevin said, "There's no more stress of who to talk to or how to talk to people." So Kevin don't give a fuck no more. He's just going to say what he wants, do what he wants. David was comparing himself to some NBA player, saying he got knocked down and he got up again, like in that Chumbawamba song. And Enzo...
Who was it? Magic Johnson? Is that person?
Oh, I don't know. Probably, yeah.
You know what? As soon as those noms are done, I switch off. I'm like, there's nothing
I can tell by your glazed expression.
In these, like,
I
diary
don't know,
room segments.
those bits are good.
Really?
Because it gives you a bit of hope. Enzo said it's kill or be killed. Worst episode yet. Where was Dr. Will, my friend? So the veto. So you've not got anything for the veto, have you?
No.
But
I've just watched it. Should we just go right into it?
Yeah, why not?
Do you know what I will say about this veto episode? And I don't know if it's because I was not making notes.
Or weren't paying attention.
I was paying full attention, actually.
I take your brain to another dimension. Play close attention.
It was the best episode that I've watched so far.
What?
I think it's different when you're not trying to make notes at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
If you can just watch it and enjoy what's happening in the Big Brother house, it's a different experience.
How was this the best episode you watched?
I liked it.
What did you like about it?
I can't remember. You're about to tell me.
Okay. So, what prizes are hidden in Otev's party pad? That's what we'll find out tonight. What prizes were hidden there? Just
money.
Literally just one T-shirt with money on.
Oh yeah, $10,000.
Why do they keep bigging up all these different prizes? There are no prizes. There's no motorcycle. There's no 70-inch TV. There's nothing. I think the prize is like lost in the post or something. So Cody said he will take a shot at Christmas if Kevin saves himself. David said there are other targets in this house except me and Kevin. Well, not.
Well, there are, but they're not taking the shot.
There are, but you know.
Don't you just think that by now, for this group, it would be better to maintain Kevin and David so that when you get to the end, you can maybe sit next to them, because no one's going to vote for David to win because he's been a disaster.
David is the perfect goat. I wrote that in my notes. He's the perfect person to take to the end because no one respects his game. No one does. He is the perfect. You're so right. There's no point Cody going, "Oh, let's get them out this week," and then we can like battle it out. Battle it out now.
And then
you ain't going to be
next to someone else, like Danny and Cody. Then you've got a problem on your hands.
You ain't going to be HOH next week. You ain't going to be able to battle it out. It's just you're thinking further weeks ahead than they fucking are. That's a bit of a worry.
I'm learning something on this. What, this 4th season I've watched or something? Is it the 4th?
Don't know.
I think I started at 18.
So Danny wants them both gone.
Fucking hell, 5 already.
Really? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Danny wants them both gone, but also wants all the prizes and Christmas to go up. Well, there's only one prize, so. Nicole said, but then there's only 2 girls left. And Nicole in the diary room said, this isn't what's best for my game. My game. Mentioning my game again. Yeah. Nicole doesn't want to go along with Danny's plans anymore. Memphis and Christmas said they're not here for the prizes but the end goal. Memphis said that last episode too. Christmas is sus she might be the replacement Norm, as Cody is closer to the others in the alliance. Kevin told David, you'll be safe this week, because Cody was being a dick to him. I think I'll paraphrase that. David said he's going to win the veto in the diary room. Another enthusiastic...
David says he's going to win everything.
I know, and never wins anything, apart from that one power that he won. Enzo said...
Did you save me?
Here, Enzo said something to them. You might as well do that.
Enzo said, don't worry about it, yo. Let's go to the war now. War now? If one of you guys win POV, you're forcing him to go against someone he's aligned with. Enzo wants to backdoor some people and make some enemies. It's survival, yo. Yo, it's survival.
Yeah, Enzo was sort of like bigging up Kevin and David and saying, sort of having a go at Cody a bit, which was quite interesting to see. I think Enzo is doing too much this week. That's all I'll say. Kevin asked David,
Enzo's not on anyone's radar though.
Yeah,
no one's thinking of getting rid of Enzo.
He will be if he keeps flapping his gums. So, Enzo, get Cody's name out your mouth. Here's the bit with Kevin and David talking.
Oh, okay. That was quick.
Oh, there you go. That's what happens when one person writes notes. Shall I just read out the thing and then you can give your thoughts?
Yeah.
Kevin asked David what he would classify Kevin as an African American male. David looked a bit perturbed and like he didn't really want to answer this question. Did you think?
He looked a little bit annoyed that Kevin was even bringing the subject to him, I thought.
Yeah, and he went, well, it depends on what you go by, which is fair enough, I think.
Yeah, true.
And Kevin said, would you consider me to be mixed race? And David said, it's not obvious from your appearance, so that's why people ask, what are you?
Yeah, because I thought he was Latino.
Yeah, because we were talking about that at the start.
Because you obviously know Kevin from before, and I didn't. You went, no, I think he's like
mixed.
Yeah, partly black, and I was like, no, he can't be. He just looks like he's possibly like this Latino guy, Hispanic kind of guy. Yeah.
And he doesn't really look Japanese either at all, really.
No,
because my friend is half Japanese, John, and he looks a bit Japanese, but Kevin doesn't really.
But John passes as white. I mean, he is white.
True. Yeah.
And in a way, Kevin, I don't know if he passes as white, but he doesn't look black. He doesn't look Asian. I do think he looks Latin to me.
Interesting. So Kevin said, would you consider me mixed? David said, sorry, I just did that bit. So Kevin said in the diary room, I think, my dad is black and my mum is Japanese, and I feel invisible to both groups because I do not present, obviously, as African American or Japanese. Just to go off on a side tangent, I think this is why Kevin is... Struggles. I think this is why he's more... I want to phrase this right. Why he identifies more with his sexuality than his race. Do you know what I mean? Like, he seems very up on LGBT plus issues and like... I feel like that's more part of his character than his race. Because he's probably because of it.
And obviously identified as a gay man. Probably.
Yeah.
So for someone like David, perhaps David? Why do we get David and Kevin mixed up? Someone like Kevin.
Because you're racist.
Perhaps. I don't know. I just keep getting those two names mixed up, and it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, they've both got a V in.
And they both
V in the middle.
Both lumbered into the Kevins together. And the Davids camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Kevin, who's maybe struggled to identify with like those other parts of his personality, perhaps he's found like a community with the gay people because like they know that he's one of them. So it would make sense that he'd kind of veer towards that. You're probably right. And I think also he said like he felt like he was what did he say about not being a part of both communities? What?
He said he feels invisible to both groups.
Yeah, about being invisible to both groups. I feel like growing up with that feeling probably kind of explains why he's such a kind of
insecure.
Yeah, why so?
But he wasn't like that on his season. That's the difference.
He seems so meek. Like he seems apologetic for existing.
But do you know what? He wasn't.
Right now.
He wasn't like that on his season. That's the weirdest thing. It's like something's kind of got to him and broken him a bit.
Maybe
it's weird. But
like I was with Rick.